Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel, and today we are comparing the supermarket simulator game versus the grocery store simulator. Hopefully this video won't be too long, but we'll be taking a look at the main differences between both games. So come on, let's go. Okay, so first up is Supermarket Simulator, and this game was released on the 20th of February 2024, and so far currently has very positive reviews on Steam, with nearly 48,000 reviews so far at the time of recording. The first things first, this store, obviously don't start with this store, this is just my other game saved file. The only thing I would suggest is that you can only have one game at a time. So in terms of this game, as I say, you only get the option of one. But I think the best thing to start with is the graphics and how easy it is to sort of see on the eye. I think this game certainly has a lot more artwork and detail in terms of the labels and things like that. You can actually read what's what. So like I say, when we start with this game, you only start with pretty much sort of this square. It's a very small store that you start with, but that sort of game is what I like when playing, because it gives you something to actually work towards and unlock various things. So the right hand side, you've got a storage area. Again, you don't start off with the storage area, you have to upgrade and unlock that. As with the sort of the staff members you can see walking about the place. Again, you have to hire those, you have to unlock them, and the same with the checkout clerks really. So coming through the store, you've obviously got the option to change your signage up there. We've got our neon light here, which if you click will open the store and enable customers to come in and start their purchases. The working day starts at 8 o'clock on this game. So over here on the right hand side, you've obviously got the options of self-checkouts, additional checkouts. I've recently just reduced the amount of manned checkouts in favour of these recently released self-checkouts over there. You've got a variety of cabinets and refrigerators, which again offers that sort of immersion. And recently we've had a bit of a patch where we've had recent shelving upgrades. Again, I'm quite happy with the variety of stocked items on this game. It's always good to see. And what I do like, if I just go through and grab something, let's just see what we can find. Coffee. So again, just a single mouse click and then you run over to restart. One mouse click will open the box, I should say. So one mouse click will open that box, and then you can just hold, and then again it will stock up the shelf nicely with a nice animation. So holding shift will of course allow you to run. And then in our storeroom here, again this is movable, you can move it by just holding the mouse button. I knew that was going to happen, struggle to put it back down. But in here, if we do a single click, you've got the option here of music player. Again, I'm not going to enable that just for the video. You've also got our markets. This is where we buy all of our products from. And again, I'll show you shortly, but there's various licenses that you need to unlock. So within this menu, you've obviously got the choice then to buy additional furniture, additional products here, as well as paint for walls, as well as flooring. So if we go back, we've got the management tab. So if we review this one, this obviously shows our various licenses, some of which we've already purchased. So yeah, we're up to this one at the minute, which we obviously have the option to purchase at a cost of $12,500. And then again, you have to unlock various store requirements to upgrade, and that can be found top right. You have to pay various bills. So this is sort of the equivalent of utility bills, and on the right hand side, rent, and again that will increase with the amount of floor space that you unlock, as does the bills on the left here with the amount of refrigerators and things like that you purchase. We've got our growth tab. Again, this is the amount of floor space that we can actually unlock. So currently at the time of recording there's 23 sections that you're able to purchase, and again each section requires a big fee along with the required number of store level points. We have the option to hire. So at the minute, again, at the time of recording, you've got the option of up to 4 cashiers and up to 4 restockers. This is a recently new addition in terms of you're allowed to enable and deselect the members of staff individually from working, as well as selecting goods on sort of unlabeled racking systems, which I'll show you shortly. Again, storage, this is where you purchase your storage section, and then finally our customization in terms of renaming our store at a cost of $250. You can replace and reposition the entrance place at a cost of $700, and you can change the style of entrance, which you can have a bit of a sneak preview with the various different types and styles. So coming out of the computer then, we'll go back on to the storeroom. What I do like about this game is it will show you on this label here exactly what's on the shelf above it. Sometimes it can be misleading, it will show you exactly what's on the shelf below the item, not above, and that leads on nicely to how confusing at times it can be. So sometimes you can look at that item thinking it's in that box when actually it's in this one below. So it gives you a quantity. If I could try and find one like here, that's obviously showing 0. If I was to click that, that would remove the allocation, I suppose, from that stock. So what do I mean by that? So if you was to purchase some stock from the computer, in fact I will just demonstrate that here and now. So if we go to the market, products, and let's just go and buy 2 boxes of that pasta there, so $18.40, and we'll just back out there. So here are our boxes. Now, because the stockers are still doing bits and bobs in the background, eventually they will get around to doing what we're about to do. But if we take the box and pop it there, by having that label on there, that will automatically tell the workers that that's where the next available box needs to go. So again, what we can do is if you click that, like so, that will remove that item. So essentially the shelf is free. Therefore, we're able to put whatever stock is surplus on a shelf. So that's roughly how the stock room system sort of works. So what I do like about this, as I say, is the artwork. Everything looks a bit more easy on the eye, it's more immersive, and the user face is somewhat friendly. Perhaps what I don't like so much is that you have to, in order to change the price, you have to select each item individually. So that can be quite time consuming to go around each shelf. And again, each day prices do fluctuate slightly, so you have to stay on top of that. So again, we've got some sort of bottled pop sodas, that sort of thing there, some sort of freezer product. And again, worth noting really, some of these items I don't actually know what they are. You've got meats and cheeses and yogurts and butter, that sort of thing. I try and group them all together, but it can be a bit of a pain at times to try and remember what's what. Tuna, sushis, alcoholic, beverages, sodas, water. So the things you generally find in a supermarket: frozen pizzas, crab sticks, chickens, etc. So in a nutshell, that is pretty much Supermarket Simulator. So moving on to the next one. Okay, so here we are on the Grocery Store Simulator. Now it is just worth noticing the version I'm playing on is the Prologue, and this is a free demo version on Steam that you can currently get right now. So it's worth noting on the other game there is a bit of a roadmap, but again that's displayed pretty much on the main menu. Not too sort of dissimilar features really in terms of the upcoming features. Certainly on the Grocery Store Simulator is that you get a stocking cart, the option to clean, employees, delivery company contracts, exterior customizations, voice chat, dynamic weather, and character customization. So what you can also do here, which you can't do on Supermarket Simulator, is appear to be having like an online multiplayer game. Again, I've not checked that out, I don't know how that works, but the option certainly is there. So if we hit new game, again, this only gives you the option of one supermarket at a time. So if you are the type that sort of like different games, this might not be the best sort of game to be playing, really. So obviously drastically different setting. This seems to be some sort of desert setting, some, I don't know, Arizona, somewhere like that. Unlike the previous game where that was a bit more sort of city based, that tends to sort of look as though it's New York City. So very similar sort of layout. Grocery store, I do know you can change the sign there. I do like how you've got the automated animation of the door here. Again, offers that authenticity, immersion. And then if we start on sort of the appearances, what I don't like is how sort of basic this game looks. The graphics and textures, you know, the shelving, there's a bit of a haze. I just don't like how that looks. A big panel button here, store closed. Again, that's not really authentic. Certainly here in the UK, you don't tend to see these sort of buttons next to a checkout. The clock there, again, I suppose stores would have some sort of clock, but what I don't like is how blocky it is. It's just not necessarily to scale. But there we are, that side, the checkout is very similar. But what I do like is over here, you've already got your storage area, albeit one shelved unit. What I would like to see is perhaps a manual operation of this door. This door will only open as and when the delivery truck is on the outside. But again, similar style in terms of you've got your computer here. So again, a visual sort of aspect for me is the way that this computer interface looks. I'm sure it's supposed to be designed in this manner to sort of go back to sort of, I don't know, the Windows 95 era. But for me, I just don't like the look of it. It looks too sort of retro. But again, similar sort of thing. Store expansions here. We have store equipment. So this is where you purchase different shelving systems, fridges, you know, fruit racks, which again, fruit racks is not something that you see in the previous game. You can buy out additional checkouts also. Store size, again, we get the choice of expanding our stores there for a bit more sort of realistic pricing, I suppose. Store level, again, similar to that of the previous game. We can upgrade our store all the way up to currently store 20. And I imagine we can only go up to level 3 just because of this, as I say, is the prologue version. And then we have the option of ordering goods. So currently top right we have $100 to spend. So I think if we just go through everything, total price of $56.55, we can order that and resume. What I don't like is, again, you have to press Q to leave the computer system, which is a bit alien to me. If we very quickly just run outside, it was too slow, but you can see the delivery truck coming around the building. Again, for me, that offers a little bit more immersion to the previous title where it just appears out of nowhere. This is a lot more immersive in terms of having to unload the truck. So we can pop on the articles like so onto this storage system. I'm doing this more so just to show you how the shelving system works, but then we'll go on to unloading the shelf shortly. And then as soon as the van is unloaded, truck there, it drives off, and then the roller shutter like so comes down. You have no option to operate that, sadly. So again, if we come over to our shelf, unlike holding the mouse button where it would unload the whole case, you have to click each and every time. So if we do that for all of these items, What I find odd is that the cases don't have the same quantity to fill a shelf. As you can see, there's 2 spare down there. And again, we'll just go on to empty all that one. And now I don't know about the viewers in the States as to whether these brands are actually real in any way. Certainly not for the UK. Apart from this packet here, looks to be very similar to what we would get in somewhere like the Tesco's own brand. And Tesco's is a supermarket here in the UK, and likewise with this chunky product, whatever that is. Our trash goes in there. What a random throw that was. And then it disappears, but I'll leave it there for the time being. So what I do like is once you hit this button, you get a little voice automated message there. Don't quite like how it's a completely AI generated voice. Perhaps, you know, some voice acting would have been much better there. And I suppose well, certainly here in the UK, you get a bit of a announcement upon store closing, not necessarily opening times. But here the clock still whizzes away. So unlike the previous game where it pauses at 8 o'clock, this will still tick away. And then again, we can come over to the computer and then we get customization. We can change the store name, wallpaper, inventory, but you can change all the pricing from here, which well, for me is a massive bonus. So if we go $6.50 there, just to increase the pricing somewhat, $4 on that one, and again we'll go $3.50 there. So what I find odd is for this pricing matters, you're able to use the numpad. Let's go for $2.80 there. But what I'm about to show you shortly is that for customers that wish to pay for their products on card, you're not able to do via the numpad, which I think is a little bizarre. So there we go. There. So you're offering the cash. So the change to give is displayed there, so you don't have to do any crazy maths or anything like that. So we go 3, 15, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you have to press F key. What am I doing? Return that by right clicking and 1 there. There we go, correct. Can't do his maths. So change here to give is 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 10, 30, 5, 1, 2, 3. There we go. Here we go with the card. So what was it? 349, 349. So there we go. 10, 80. What I think is good about this game is how there are sort of comments from the customers as opposed to them being silent, which for me again is a really good thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then another $2. I'd like to see though the products animate a bit more on the conveyor belt system. That'd be kind of cool to see. 1, 2, 3, 5, 7. The customers are certainly coming in thick and fast. So 25, 7. Oh, it wasn't 7, it was 70. 1, 2, 3. There we go. So there we go. Already making a profit there. Look, $130. And what do you need there? So 24, 75. There we go. So again, I think in terms of road mapping, you do get the option of employing staff members and things like that. But they are quite a common game currently, this type of game. Oh, not that one, 5. There's quite a number of them out there. So if we just back out of the computer there. So I think there's great potential with this game in terms of the various amount of expansions that you're able to do. And again, from other clips and videos I've seen, it's almost like a large shopping mall in terms of it goes all the way out there and different fruit aisles and things like that. So I certainly think that this game has got potential. I just think if this game had a bit more of a user interface uplift, i.e. the numpad on there and the artwork on the products sort of a bit better, as well as certainly the computer. At the minute, for me, it's the computer that is letting it down. I think that this game could be so much more appealing to others. So again, if you play this game or the previous game, let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and if you found that this game has helped you in any way decide on which version to perhaps purchase and invest some time in, then again, hit that like button and let me know your thoughts in the comment. As ever, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.